What is good, everyone? Welcome back to Nate Trades. Today is day number 11 of documenting my journey to becoming a consistently profitable day trader. Today is Tuesday, July 7th, 2026. I'm going to be going over the 4 trades that I took on the day, why I took them, all the executions, break down exactly what I learned. It was a really tough day. I had 2 losses, hit my max daily loss limit, so I'm done, obviously, and then 2 break evens as well. So very, very tough day for me. But let's get right into market bias. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we are moving lower. We have this bearish 4-hour fair value gap that we could use to target lower, or if we just displace through this 4-hour, then I could see us running shorts. On the 1-hour time frame as well, you can see that we have relative equal highs here and then relative equal lows here as well, being the price that we're currently trading at pre-market with the low, and then we had these 2 stacked highs being relative equal highs. And so with there being just targets on both sides, I wanted to see one of them get hit before I target the other. Looking at the 1-minute time frame, you can really see the relative equal highs and the relative equal lows here. It looked like we were just in the middle of the range, and I just needed to let price action play out and see what it was going to do before I make my decision and before I can target lower or target higher. All right, going right into the first trade setup of the day, you can see that we're displacing lower. We broke the low, and then we had an SMT at the high. ES swept the high and Q didn't, and then we started displacing lower towards this overall low. So what happened? We retraced up into a 5-minute fair value gap right here and then got displacement lower. I entered shorts, my break-even level being this close low, which is how it played out. I went break-even, it wiped me out, and then it did go right to my TP, unfortunately, without me in it. So very unfortunate for this trade, really stinks. Could have gone break-even more discretionally, like after we displaced lower or something like that, or just not gone break-even here. But yeah, very, very unfortunate on this one. All right, the second trade setup of the day that I ended up taking was this continuation higher. So quick, show you the higher time frame again. We were displacing lower towards this overall low right here, although ES was in a completely different spot, being ES had just taken out previous day low and didn't have didn't have any obvious targets lower, being close. So at this point, I was thinking maybe we could catch a retracement back up. So what did we get? We started moving higher towards this 15-minute fair value gap, created relative equal highs, and then got a nice V-shape, a small retracement down, then a V-shape up. So I entered longs. I went break even at this 15-minute and then was targeting the other 15-minute for about a 127 RR. So how did this one play out? We went there, tapped it, it went break even. I went break even. I took a partial there as well, just 1 contract off, and then did unfortunately get stopped out pretty much immediately. And then this is how the setup played. So that was that one. All right, going right into the third trade setup that I unfortunately lost. Market had retraced up into this 15 and then immediately rejected it. And then we made, the way I viewed this was we made a small high here, went down, reswept that high, and then got immediate displacement lower. I was viewing this on the 30-second chart, so it looked a little bit better. And this is how it looked. And so this was my continuation model. Even though we didn't tap into a 5-minute fair value gap here, we were still respecting this 15, and then we reswept the internal high. So I entered shorts here with my break even just being the close low and then targeting the overall low. So how did this one play out? Immediately stopped out, unfortunately. And yeah. Okay, the fourth and final trade setup of the day that I took was this. So we reswept the high again, stopping me out on my previous trade, but then we got displacement lower. I was aiming to enter off of this candle, but got a bad fill. So what happened? My break even was again here, and then again targeting this low. Now this one play out. We moved lower, and at this point, ES created relative equal lows here. And so I discretionarily removed my break even. I put my stop back where it was and decided I was going to let this one ride out. And unfortunately, that was a bad decision because the market did run higher from this point. I could have just been break even on this trade, but I thought, with ES creating the relative equal lows that we would run. And unfortunately, I was wrong. Very unfortunate. This day, not gonna lie, kind of sucked. And yeah, that is the 4 trades that I took Now, the lessons that I take away from today is I could have just stepped away. It was quite a bit after my session, after the New York AM session. This trade I took at 10:38, and the AM session closes at 10, or ends at 10, and so that kind of stinks. But yeah, overall, I thought we were going lower towards the obvious overall low, and I was wrong. So unfortunate for that, but we did hit the daily loss limit, and so we got to be done for the day. And yeah, anyways, that is it for today's trading recap. If you want to follow along with my journey, hit the subscribe button below. You can follow me on Instagram as well at natetrades.official. And I'll see you guys next video for day number 12 of documenting my journey to becoming a consistently profitable day trader. Peace out.